watching the cutting of Oshimiri Atata by Lawrence Oyor. The Spirit has told me that this is the next song that I'm dancing, and I've seen the visual of what I'm supposed to do, but I cannot start practicing until I have cut the song to the size, so I know what's coming next and what how to time the movement. So this is why I usually cut the song by placing the song here and doing a full cutting process. You'll see what all these things are soon. So the song is 6 minutes long, and that's one of the reasons why we had to cut it down to less than 3 minutes, so we can dance without getting tired. And the idea is to pass the message of the song. So sometimes there are repetitions that intensify the atmosphere physically, but when we're dancing, the intensity is already doubled, because there is a visual manifestation and there's also the auditory manifestation, and the Spirit is taking control. So we try to shorten the songs, especially if it's one minister, that one dance minister, so the song gets shorter. If there are more dance ministers, the song can get longer, because there's so much going on the stage. So let's just let's just focus on this before I start preaching. What's happening here? Let's see.
Yahweh! Lift your voice and shout it.
So some people don't know that for every beat that sounds like it's the same thing that's happening in the song, I have to make sure that all of these wavelengths, if you move it just a tiny bit like this, you hear something else.
Lift your voice and shout.
So it sounds cacophonous, but when you listen to it, you don't even know that it was cut by an amateur. So now what's going on here? I have fairy dust, boom, and I silenced this, and I silenced this as well. I'll later let you know what I silenced, but let's listen to what's happening from here. So the boom sound effect is to, some of the cues I put, the fairy dust is to let me know that I'm supposed to change something in my dance. So the fairy dust, I usually put it for myself. You could hear it in some of the dances that I've done. And then the boom sound is to mask anything in the mix that I did that sounds like something went off. People don't hear it, but I feel like I hear it. So I use the boom sound to help me not to listen to it. So let me remove the boom sound. It's on 51. Let me remove it so you hear what's happening. So you may not have heard it, but Oshimiri was starting for these people here, and then I didn't want the Oshimiri to be distracting. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. So I didn't want that, and I couldn't cut out the Oshimiri part, so I had to use the boom on 51. Okay, so that's for that part. Then let's move on to this part here. I use the fairy dust again to remind myself that something's about to happen. So then we entered CD's daddy. Remember that he was about to do CD's here in this bottom part. It's too long. I don't want it to play for too long to avoid copyright strikes. So let's just go and let's just listen. So the person down said, "See this river." The person up said, "Here, see this daddy." So if I leave it to play for long, you notice that because I let it play for long, the beats are not together in sync. But because I shortened it, I started doing this at 3 a.m. Okay, so it was just a time when I wanted to finish and go to bed before 4 a.m. So that's why I made sure that I didn't give myself too much task. So when you notice that because I didn't stretch the bottom all the way, you can't tell if it's in sync or not because I cut this one really fast. Then we move on to another place where I put a lot of things. Remember, the fairy dust is to remind me that I'm changing. I don't put the fairy dust everywhere, but if I do, it means that it's a song with a lot of repetitions and something different is happening here. So I put the boom here and the whoosh. So the whoosh is coming late. So I'm going to make the whoosh stay put. Or I might just remove the whoosh. Every tiny movement counts. Okay, so then we get to this part here. You already know what the boom does. So this is the end of the song. How did a song of over 6 minutes stop at less than 2 minutes and 30 seconds? And I can make it even shorter. Okay, so this is how I ended it.
Release the chant now.
So what is beautiful about this is that you can see that I overlaid it for long. I let this one sing for long and I let this one sing for long because I was just so proud of myself and the fact that I actually put the these two bars together in sync, like in sync. All the everything the drummer is doing. It's unbelievable. Like my hands rubbing on my head, like I can't believe it. So now let me shorten it. So these people are doing Oshimiri Atata. So the bottom has a blend rather of Oshimiri Atata and It Never Runs Dry, while this guy up here is singing only It Never Runs Dry. But I put the two together, but I need to stop it here. So let's go. So I'm going to cut it here and see if I can make it. Oh my God! Like you won't even know that. You won't even know that anything like it's a blend. Like this didn't come straight from the studio. All right, so thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed the dance when it's out. The video that you see here is my dance for Under Pressure by Rude Boy, and I just used it to put as an underlay because when you're working on this video editor to mix my sound is what I use, and I need to put something there. I could have put something blank, but I just wanted the video to have some ownership. And you should go see my Rude Boy P Square dance. It's really good. I put some Bible verses on it and you'll enjoy it. Bye.